Let's jump right into the questions. I'd love to start by asking about a recent fascination. What have you been obsessed with, fascinated by recently? What can't you stop thinking about?
I'm going to do a quick shameless plug, but it's the honest answer, which is I co started a software company about a year ago called Typeshare, which is all focused on giving writers templates to use to start writing online. And it was a really basic idea. At first, we were like, okay, I think we can help reduce some friction by creating these templates for people. And basically, what's happened is over the past 12 months now, I cannot stop seeing templates everywhere. I now firmly believe that every single piece of writing ever created can be reverse engineered into a template. And in order to do that, you have to really understand all the little pieces. Like, obviously, I've been writing for a long time. In order to understand how templates get assembled, there's a lot of working knowledge that goes into it. But now I just can't stop. And everything I read and everything I pick up and everything I look at, every headline, every Twitter thread, everything, all my brain's doing is just reverse engineering what would that look like in the form of a template. So that's my current obsession and fascination.
That's fascinating. Is the idea there, you're thinking about that because you're thinking about adding more templates to TypeShare, or is it just a new way that you're seeing the world and it's kind of changing how you think about creativity?
Well, it's both. I mean, I really want to provide more writers with templates so that more people feel comfortable starting to write. Looking at a blank page is probably one of the most terrifying things for most people. But more importantly, what it's changing about my own writing process is instead of sitting down and taking I'm just going to let the creativity magically come out of my fingertips approach, it makes me realize how much faster you can produce quality when you understand which quote unquote template you're using. So like recently I went through and took a James Patterson mystery novel and reverse engineered the whole thing into a template. And I did it in like an hour, and it made me realize, oh wow, like this, if you really understand what you're looking at, this whole thing is built like a Jenga tower. And if you get how the pieces click together, then when you sit down, you're not asking yourself, oh, what's this next magical idea that just appears? You just go, oh, well, this is the section where I say this type of thing. So what's that? And all the speed to idea is just like exponentially faster. It's really cool.
Yeah, to make a parallel, so my background's in design. One of the things that you learn if you do kind of front end visual design is there's really two levels that you need to do great design work on. One is structural, that's typically called, UX, and that will be, it's largely sometimes somebody thinking in terms of wireframes, which is actually very similar. It's a template. It's literally just boxes and squares and how it will be laid out in the hierarchy. And then there's the visual design once you have that. And, the thing that sparked in my mind is as a designer, if you don't have the structure figured out and you're trying to execute, you actually have to bounce between what am I saying and how do I do it? And how do I, does this look nice? Is this the right way to do it? But then at the same time, you're like, is this the right place on the page? So, it makes a lot of sense to just separate those two things. There's the, kind of execution and expression from the structure and the logic. So it seems like the template is the structure and the logic.
Okay, yes, you just vocalized that so much better than I did. But yes, I forgot that your whole background was in design because the idea for this came from Canva, right? So Canva completely removed the barrier to entry for all of these people. And now, I don't have a design. I couldn't design a box. You know what I mean? I struggle. That is not a skill set I have. But even I can go on to Canva. Why? Because they removed the barrier to entry of needing to know all of these advanced skills, right? So the more that I've taught writing and I continue to mentor other writers, I was just like, okay, well, it's the same thing, right? If you're a writer and you give someone a blank page, they're not going to know what to do with that. You need to give them some sort of shell to color in. And now that I've unearthed this, rabbit hole, it's like I can't turn it off. It's everywhere.
Is this your next book?
It's going to be a book, it's going to be a course, it's going to be a zillion. I mean, I really believe, I went to school for fiction writing and I think about, I valued my college experience. It taught me some things, but like I look back at that and go, if someone had given me 50 templates when I was 19 years old, how different would my trajectory have been? And instead, me, like a lot of writers, you figure that out on your own. You're like, all right, well, I'm going to create. Most writers don't even realize this, but when they sit down to write, they already have templates in their head, right? Because they've been doing a certain thing for so long. So they go, oh, okay, well, now this is where I say this. This is where I organize it this way. So it's already happening intuitively. It's just my realization is for the vast majority of people who are trying to start, you don't have that tool set yet. So how do you accelerate that? Well, you just go give them 50 templates and now they have it. It's Canva for writers.
I love, love, love the idea.